They removed just a ton of the stained glass windows, and that's actually, the parish still has those pieces and parts, and I believe Dan Bohr and Diane Reinhard actually make different things out of that stained glass. I have a few crosses up here on this front table from stained glass from both St. Nicholas, St. Peter, and St. Patrick's that you can look at after the presentation. They make very, very nice keepsakes for everybody that you can usually get at the parish festivals. So not only St. Nicholas, but St. Peter. I was a little late getting there. They did it over a 2-day period. So what is gone was done on day 1. My wife has become very patient with me, stopping at the side of the road and taking pictures of different things, or let's swing by the cemetery so I can take a picture of something. And this was one of those days. I took that picture and walked around a little bit. But that is now gone, and most of those bricks, I believe, are cleaned up. There still is a cemetery there. St. Nicholas also still has their cemetery. But one thing that I do love out of all of this is that all of these different churches and different parishes would have had a statue for their namesake. All of those statues are now relocated at the only church that All Saints still has. So you have St. Andrew there on the left, which was in Liberty Township, just north of Bascom. He's holding what looks to be an X. I believe, if my memory's correct, it's because when he was crucified, as many of the early followers were, he didn't find himself worthy enough to be crucified on a cross. So they made it into an X instead. So that's, I believe, what he is known for. And you can still see the St. Andrew cross on a lot of headstones. St. James as you work away to the right, St. Patrick, and then St. Nicholas. St. Peter and Paul, which, again, with some confusion in records of it, is it St. Peter's or is it St. Peter and Paul Church? The church had both of those statues. So matching what we found in the stone that was in the doorway of that church, it was most likely Saints Peter and Paul. Peter holding the keys to the kingdom, which are very hard to see in this picture. St. Paul holding the sword. And then St. Boniface there in the center. Now these are up on the actually on the walls now in the church. I have a picture on the next slide that shows it a little better, not great, but they made this pedestal or this corbel, whatever it is called, and they made it look to be period correct for the interior for the actual original church. So these are actually on your left hand and right hand side as you're sitting there. They're high up there and they're actually kind of looking down on you. And Mary and baby Jesus and Joseph were removed from the walls. Remember, they were on the white altars originally. Then they were put on the walls. Well, they were taken off the walls and they were put down onto this floor, onto this small platform on the left side of the church there, which you can see here. They're a little hard to see, but in the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see them there. You can actually walk right up to them now, and I believe we do leave a flower or different blessings at their feet at times. In this picture, you can see kind of on the left-hand side, I believe that's St. Andrew there. You can see how he's up on the wall above the Stations of the Cross. And you have that throughout the church now. Andrew, James, Peter, Paul, Boniface, Patrick, they're all up there. Here on the right-hand side, it's kind of hard to see because of how close they are in this picture, but they're all there. The murals are still there. And then you have an opening underneath the two murals there, both of Mary, when on the left, I believe, please don't scold me if I'm wrong, it's Mary being visited by the angel Gabriel. Below that you see a big opening, and then on the right-hand side you see, I believe, St. Joseph as he's passing away. There's an opening underneath there, and that's actually where they project now. They put the video of the Mass as it's happening and they put the words to the songs and the prayers right there. So the church has, as it has in the past, kind of updated with the times, but I just love that the murals are back. That actually concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for coming. If you have, thank you. There's just so much more information than I could, but I tried to boil down 190 years into 1 hour. I see I went over by about 20 minutes. I will stick around afterwards if you'd like to ask any questions or share any stories. We have items in front on this table for you to view, and I believe the museum is open until 4 o'clock if you'd like to